Hey everyone, the latest update to ControlSpace Designer is now available. Version 5.15.1 includes several new updates and improvements for EX and ESP processors, the PowerShareX proxy, network properties, new loudspeaker presets, new menu options, and ControlSpace Cloud. We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump in. The USB 2x2 interface in the EX1280C and EX1280 may now be configured as a 0-in and 4-output interface. To take advantage of this update, simply delete the USB in and out blocks from the processor's design. Next, go to the I/O blocks, drag in a USB out, and select the new 0x4 option. Now you have 4 USB outputs that you may wire in your design. ControlSpace Designer 5.15 introduced the PowerShareX proxy, allowing you to register PowerShareX amplifier parameters to functions such as parameter sets, groups, and timers, or directly control parameters such as level and mute with a control center digital wall controller. At that time, only a single RTC in your system design could run up to 12 PowerShareX proxies. But now with 5.15.1, multiple ESP and EX processors in a system may run up to a total of 40 PowerShareX proxies. ControlSpace Designer automatically allocates PowerShareX amplifiers, first starting with the processor in your design, that is the RTC. An EX can support up to 12, and an ESP still only supports up to 10 proxies. Remaining proxies are then allocated to any remaining processors in your design. Curious to know which proxies are assigned to each processor? Right-click on a processor in the project view and select Show PowerShareX Proxies. For systems lacking an EX or ESP processor, but still requiring control of PowerShareX parameters, 5.15 introduced the option Run PowerShareX Proxy on PC, which required the PC to be online with ControlSpace Designer. Now with 5.15.1, you may enable the Tools menu option Run PowerShareX Proxy without CSD. While this option still requires a PC to be connected to the network, after going online with your system design, you may then save your design and close ControlSpace Designer. The benefit to this option is that if your system experiences a momentary outage, you'll still be able to control the PowerShareX amplifiers after your PC reboots and does not require you to restart ControlSpace Designer. 5.15.1 includes loudspeaker presets for the Forum FC108, FC112, and DesignMax DML88P. You'll find these presets by accessing the speaker PEQ block in EX and ESP processors, as well as PowerMatch, PowerShare, and PowerShareX amplifiers. We've also introduced a new file menu option, Import Speaker Presets. As we continue releasing new loudspeakers, this option will allow us to more easily deploy new speaker presets without having to wait until we release a new version of ControlSpace Designer. 5.15.1 provides several new updates for ControlSpace Cloud, adding new devices, telemetries, and commands. Processors like the ESP880A and EX1280C now provide options for remote reboot, recall parameter set, and an option to download the project design file. You will also find telemetry data showing DSP usage and CC16 connections. Processors and amplifiers feature new signal level graphs for analog I/O as well as AmpLink. Devices with an analog or digital input selection like PowerShareX and MSA12X can also display the input signal type currently being utilized by the device. The MSA12X dashboard has also been updated to include a remote reboot command, module count, and an audio level output graph. And finally, to allow users to fully configure internet connectivity for ControlSpace Cloud on restricted networks when using static IP addresses, you may now specify DNS servers, and if needed, a proxy server under the Tools menu option, Set Project Network Properties. These values will then be populated in the Hardware Manager when updating device network IP settings. Well, that's it for this look at ControlSpace Designer 5.15.1. Update your software and device firmware today to take advantage of these powerful new features and improvements.